Greetings to my fellow Agilists. Welcome back to Know From Best, where we simplify complex Agile topics. In this session, we are diving deep into one of the most important Scrum ceremonies, sprint planning. Have you ever felt like sprint planning is taking forever, it lacks direction, and it just doesn't click with your team? Then this session is for you. In this session, we are going to break down sprint planning step by step so you can run effective and focused sprint planning session with your teams. So let's get started. Sprint planning is the first event of every sprint. It sets the stage for next sprint, and the goal is very simple: to answer two questions. One, what can we deliver by the end of the sprint? And two, how we will get that work done. The entire Scrum team takes part in sprint planning session, which means there is product owner, Scrum Master, and the developers. This isn't just a meeting. It's a collaborative planning session that defines the work and sets the direction for the team. Sprint planning happens at the start of every sprint, usually on day 1. It's a time-boxed event. Usually they dedicate 2 hours per week. So if your sprint is of 2 weeks, the sprint planning would be a 4-hour session. Now, who is in the room and what do they discuss? The product owner brings the prioritized backlog and explains why behind the work. The developer decides what they can commit to, how many user stories they can take in the sprint and deliver at the end of the sprint. And the Scrum Master facilitates the whole event, keeping the session focused and effective. Now here is your step-by-step guide to run a solid sprint planning session. Step 1. Define the sprint goal. This is your North Star. A clear goal keeps the team aligned. An example of this can be improve the checkout flow to reduce the drop-offs. Step 2. Review the product backlog. The product owner shares the top priority items. A Scrum Master should make sure that they are refined, estimated, and ready to go. Step 3. Select the work for the sprint. During this, the team discusses how many user stories that they can commit to from the prioritized product backlog. This decision should be based on average velocity of the past and current capacity of the team. This selected user stories then become the sprint backlog. Step 4. Break PBIs into tasks. During this, the developers break product backlog item into smaller tasks, and this helps us understand the dependencies and the risks that might arise during the sprint. Step 5. Finalize the sprint goal and the plan. Confirm the sprint goal with the team and make sure that everyone is aligned. Double check that the plan is realistic and achievable. Let's pause for a second and talk about what not to do. Number 1. Ignoring the capacity of the team or taking in too much work. This is like aiming for failure. Number 2. Skipping backlog refinement sessions or taking in backlog items which are not fully refined. If you do this, your team would be spending time in refining the item during the sprint and you won't be able to deliver on your promises. Number 3. Not setting clear sprint goals. Then you will just go directionless. Or number 4. Letting PO, Scrum Master, or any lead developer dominate the conversation during the sprint planning session. Sprint planning is a team event where everyone needs to contribute and everyone commits. Here are some quick tips to level up your planning. Use your team's velocity and average velocity as a guide, not a rule. Encourage open discussions about complexity and risks. Make sure the backlog item follow deep rule. What is this deep rule? The user story should be detailed, estimated, emergent, and prioritized. And finally, end the session with clarity. Everyone should leave knowing what's being built and why. If you prepare and follow these 5 simple steps which I just showed you, you will have a solid sprint planning session. Share your sprint planning experience or let me know if you have any planning horror stories. I would love to hear from you guys. That's it for this one, and I will see you in the next session.